So let's look at the next mathematical function, indices. What are indices? Indices are simply shorthand notations for a variety of functions. These include the power to the power of and square rooting, for example. Some examples of mathematical indices that you have come across: 10 to the power of 3, which translates into 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10. Or y to the power of 4, which translates into y multiplied by y multiplied by y multiplied by y. So these are for positive indices. What happens when the index is negative? In essence, what is the 10 to the negative 2 power expanded? A negative index indicates that the power should be at the bottom of the fraction with 1 on top. Convention of calculations. To this point, we have been defining individual concepts to gain an understanding. Soon, we will begin putting all the foundational concepts together. However, before we move on, we need to understand that mathematics is a systematic process. This means that there is an order for the execution of calculations. The rule that we apply is that of BODMAS. When approaching a calculation in mathematics, ask yourself the question, where do I start? The BODMAS rule allows us to gain some understanding. This approach has what we call 3 levels, and each one will be defined separately. First level, brackets. Second level, order or of, division or divide, and multiply or multiplication. The third level, addition and subtraction. Next we will look at each level in a bit more detail. The first level has only one rule, that of brackets. That means any bracketed calculations are carried out first. So what happens when you have multiple brackets? Start with the innermost to the outermost. Thus, each bracketed calculation should leave you with a single number, allowing that set of brackets to be removed. The second level may be carried out first when there are no brackets, but always follow the steps, so double check if there are any brackets. Recall that there are 3 operations in the second level, and because they are all in the same level, the order in which you do the calculation does not matter. One of the most confusing terms in BODMAS is order or of. What this refers to is the operations containing powers or indices such as squaring or square rooting. The third level. Our third and final level is addition and subtraction. Again, because they are on the same level, the order of calculating addition or subtraction does not matter. But because it is the third level, it is always carried out last in any calculation. Importantly, when 2 or more operations of the same order appear one after the other, the operations should be carried out from left to right. Let us look at an example. You have worked from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 9 o'clock in the evening on a major proposal. You were required to complete it by the following day, so you can claim overtime. The rates from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon are 25 Rand per hour, and from 17:01 of 1 minute past 5 to midnight rise to 37 Rand 50 per hour. How much have you earned? Before you attempt to answer how much you've earned, how would you express this mathematically? 3 times 25 Rand plus 4 times 37 Rand 50. Now that you have the mathematical formula, you can answer the question of how much you've earned. Please pause the video and attempt to answer this. There are 2 common answers I get. However, only one is correct. Let us look at attempt 1. If you obtain this answer, you have not followed the BODMAS rule. Rather, you have calculated from left to right. Let us look at attempt 2. This is correct. You have followed the BODMAS rule, and therefore attempt 2 is the correct answer.